What's going on, guys? Nate here, and today I would like to discuss some of the rather big Fallout New Vegas 2 rumors going around and their potential viability. Now, big notice before this video, literally nothing I mention at all has been confirmed. This is 100% speculation based off of what a rather unprofessionally written article on Frag Hero had to say. So about 3 days ago, the website I just mentioned, Frag Hero, posted an article titled, quote, "Rumored Fallout New Vegas 2 details leaked and reveal planned." In it, they said they had a very credible source that has informed them that Bethesda's next big reveal will be of a direct sequel to New Vegas, and that Obsidian will have some involvement in the project. They didn't particularly specify with that some involvement. Now, the author of this article has an incredible amount of confidence in their source, stating, "We've had a spectacular track record with this source in the past. As you may recall, we were the first to actually leak Red Dead Redemption 2 details. Other websites, like Forbes, even tried to make fun of us for it. They weren't laughing for very long." They go on to say that their sources also predicted The Last of Us 2 reveal weeks before anyone else had any information on it, claiming that Reddit didn't know whether or not to believe us. They were believers a few weeks later. So it's very obvious that the people behind this article have an extremely high amount of confidence in their source, whatever it is. The information isn't presented as you normally would expect something like this. They don't warn the reader that their claims might not come true. It's all presented in a very matter-of-fact way. So they're really certain this is going to be a thing. However, I'd still take this with a very high grain of salt. Primarily because even if this hypothetical source does have the flawless track record the website claims, it still doesn't seem to make a lot of sense logistically speaking. Obsidian is a very small studio, and right now they appear to have their hands completely full with the Pillars of Eternity 2 game, a title we only recently found out was something in development. And oftentimes, before we knew about this game, Obsidian would drop small and subtle hints towards it, and we the community would mistake them as possible allusions to another Fallout game. So the point is, while our hopes have been very high, it just wouldn't make sense to have Obsidian spearhead a Fallout game, at least around this time. They're simply too busy for their size at the moment. Perhaps it could be argued that Bethesda would be the ones doing the majority of the heavy lifting for the title, and Obsidian would take somewhat of a backseat role, only occasionally assisting in developing some assets. But even then, Bethesda themselves also have a lot on their plate. It's been that way for quite a while too. Right after Fallout 4, Bethesda got to work on the Elder Scrolls V Remaster, and now they have to worry about not only the Elder Scrolls 6, but a new IP the studio has promised before that game releases. So I'm not sure if Bethesda would even have the room to cram something this big into this busy schedule of theirs. Furthermore, New Vegas 2 just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense for another Fallout game. None of the titles in either the Fallout or Elder Scrolls franchises have returned to a previous location so quickly. And while you could argue that New Vegas offers some level of brand recognition, it being what many argue to be the best Fallout game in the franchise, I still think the Fallout name alone has become popular enough for Bethesda to not have to rely on New Vegas to sell anything. And I think that both Bethesda and Obsidian, if they were to develop another Fallout game, would much rather prefer to go to a new location, try out different things, I don't know, San Diego, Houston, literally anywhere else, than return to the same location and simply remake it. Especially if you're doing that to New Vegas. The map was largely criticized, and while the story was great, the map not so much in many people's eyes, including my own. So rather than remake an old map and just slap a new story on top of it, I think something far more likely and plausible that's going on here is maybe this is an allusion to a New Vegas remaster. That would make a whole lot more sense, if anything, considering how full Bethesda and Obsidian have their plates. It would explain the name New Vegas 2 to an extent. Perhaps the source just got it confused, got it mixed up. Same thing happened with Red Dead Redemption 2. They called it Red Dead Redemption 2 Legends of the West or something of that effect, and then that little subname had no impact on the game itself. So maybe the source just got the name confused and it is a New Vegas remaster, but even then, that still sounds like a very high order at the moment. But I'm gonna leave the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't really think any of this has any substance at all personally. I don't think there's gonna be a New Vegas 2, I don't think there's gonna be a New Vegas remaster, but then again, I would also really like to be proven wrong here. So we'll see what happens. Leave a comment down below, what do you guys think would happen with this game, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like down below, dislike if you did not, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Peace out, everybody.